ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुसे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण। So dear devotees, we'll continue our reading of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. We are reading from the Adi Khanda and we are on chapter 6. In the previous session, we discussed how little Nimai, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how little Nimai, he is around 4 years old, and how he is being so naughty in Navadvip, how he is charming everyone's heart by his naughty pranks. And we saw how the Brahmanas, they came to little Nimai's father, Sri Jagannath Mishra, and lodged a series of complaints against Nimai. How Nimai is being so naughty, so restless. They were complaining. So we heard all the complaints lodged by the friends of Jagannath Mishra. And then we come to verse number 71. Today we will see the complaints of the ladies to Shachimata. So last time we heard the complaints of the men, the Brahmanas, to Jagannath Mishra, who is the leader of the Brahmanas. And today we will see now parallelly how the ladies of Navadvip, the elder ladies of Navadvip, the friends of Shachimata, they come and they complain to Shachimata. So after describing all the naughty pranks that little Nimai is performing, the Brahmanas, they say how he pulls the ears of my little child, how he threw water in the ears of my little son, how he sits on my asan and eats all the fruits that I have brought to offer to Lord Vishnu, how he throws sand on me after I have taken bath along with his mischievous friends, how he exchanges the clothes of the men and the ladies, and then there is embarrassment. After informing all this, the Brahmanas, they question Jagannath Mishra. Dui prahara nahi uthe uthe jal haite dehava tahar bhala thaki beke mate. They say if dui prahar, if 2 prahars, 1 prahar is 3 hours. So if dui prahar, if 6 hours in a day, little Nimai is doing his Jala Krida, he is having his pastimes in the waters of Mother Ganga, then how will he tahara bhala hakibe kemate deha tahara bhala? How will, we are starting from verse number 71, Ramcham Prabhu, chapter 6, verse 71. So deha tahara bhala hakibe kemate. How will his deha, how will his body be healthy? How will he maintain good health if dui prahar 6 hours a day he is going to do masti, he is going to have all his naughty pranks in Ganga? Won't he fall sick? They are asking Jagannath Mishra. So Jagannath Mishra is really worried. First of all, he is being naughty. Second of all, 6 hours he is having all this naughty fun in Ganga. Won't he fall sick? Is it safe? He's wondering. So verse number 72. Hena kale parshvavarti yateka balika kopamane ailena Shachi Devi jatha. At that time, the neighborhood girls, they approach. So these are not, I beg your pardon, these are not the ladies. These are the young girls of Navadvip. Neighborhood young girls. They are little, they are Nimai's age. Some of them are little elder to Nimai. So these are all young girls. And these young girls, they approached Shachi Mata. Ai Lena Shachi Devi Jatha. They came to Shachi Mata and Kopamane, with anger, apparent anger. So these young girls of Nadia, some of them were 4 or 5 years old, some of them were 8, 9 years old, somewhere in their young teenage years, but they were all unmarried girls, young girls. They came, Hena Kale Parshvavarti Yateka Balika, they were Balikas, they were young girls, Balika. Kopamane ailena Shachi Devi jatha. They came to Shachi Mata. And what did they say? Verse number 73. Shachi re sambodhiya sabe bole na vachana shuna thakurani nija putrera karama. So these balikas, these young girls, they came to Shachi Mata and they said, Shachi re sambodhiya sabe, all of them addressed Shachi Mata. Shachi re sambodhiya sabe bole na vachana, and they spoke. Shuna Thakurani nija putrera karama. Listen, O Shachi Mata, O Thakurani, O respectable lady, listen to the activities, karama, the activities of Nija Putra, your own son. Listen to the activities of your son, Nimai. Vasana karaye churi bole ati manda uttara karile jala deya kare dvandva. Vasana karaye churi. Vasana means clothes. He steals our clothes. Bole ati manda, and speaks to us very badly, speaks to us very rudely to tease us. Uttara karile jala deya kare dvandva. And if we protest, if we give pratyuttar, if we back answer him or we argue with him, uttara karile jala deya. He throws water on us if we argue with him. And kare dvandva, and he starts quarreling with us if we say anything. So he comes, he steals our clothes, he speaks to us in a naughty way to irritate us, to anger us, to tease us. And if we say anything back, if we respond, we retaliate, then he throws water on us, makes us wet. We have just had our bath, we have worn nice, dry, clean clothes, and he throws water on us, makes us wet again. Then we have to go home in wet clothes and again come back with dry clothes to have bath. And kare dvandu, and he also fights with us. Vasana kare churi bole ati manda uttara karile jala deya kare dvandva, fights with us, argues with us. Verse 75. Vrata kari bare jata ani phula phala chhadai ya phele bala kariya sakala. And forcefully, bala means forcefully, he scatters whatever fruits and flowers we bring for puja. So, vrata kari bare jata. In order to perform our vrata, our daily puja, ani phula phala, we bring fruits and flowers with us. But chhadaiya phele bala kariya sakala. But by force, he takes away all the fruits and flowers that he has brought for our vrata, for our puja, and he scatters it here and there, throws it here and there. Verse number 76. Snana kari uthile ba luka deya ange yate ka chapala shishu se tara sange. So the young girls are complaining to their auntie Shachi Mata that snana kari uthile. When we take our bath in Ganga and we come out, he throws sand on us. Baluka deya ange. He throws sand on us. Yate ka chapala shishu sei tara sange. And he's not alone. He's surrounded by his chapala shishu. See, the word shishu is used. Shishu means a small child. So Nimai and his friends are very innocent, small children. Not that a teenager Nimai is performing these naughty pranks. No. At that time, he was showing his vidvatta. He was showing his panditya. He was showing his scholarship. He was Nimai Pandit. He was arguing and debating with all these scholars and defeating them when he was a young man, when he was a teenager. But this is Shishu Leela. These are very childhood pastimes. He was hardly 4 years old. And so were his friends. So the girls are saying, when we come out after taking a bath, he throws sand on us, mud on us, and makes us dirty again. So we have to take a bath again. And he's surrounded by his friends, Shishu Gana. And they are all chapala, they are all very mischievous. Alakshite asi karne bole bada bola, keha bole mora mukhe dile ka kullola. And then some girls are complaining that he sneaks up behind us. Alakshite, when we are not aware, he will stealthily sneak up behind us. And what does he do? Karne bole bada bola. He'll sneak up from behind, and suddenly in our ears he will scream very loudly. Bada bola, he'll scream very loudly. So it becomes very uncomfortable, very loud for us. And keha bole, and some of the girls said, mora mukhe dile ka kullola. On my face he spat. Kulla. He spat on my face. One girl complained to Shachi Mata. Your little son, so naughty, so chapal he is. So what are the activities little Nimai is doing? Suddenly sneaks up from behind and screams in the ear to startle the little girls. And he will just jump in front of them and sometimes throw mud on them. And one girl even said that he spat on my face. So naughty, my God. Now see, this spitting, the spit of little Nimai is very divine. We must remember from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita during the Rath Yatra dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In his Bhakta Bhav, in his Radha Bhav, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would dance in front of Jagannath. Jagannath is Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Radha Bhav. When he would dance, tears would stream down his eyes like Ganga and Jamuna. And he would froth at his mouth. And foam from the lotus mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would flow. And great stalwart devotees of the caliber of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who is a very clean Brahman, very high class Brahman, Swarup Damodar Goswami, who is a very high class sannyasi, they would come and they would collect that foam from the mouth of Mahaprabhu and drink it and place it on their head. So it is that same Nimai who is spitting on the face of this Balika. So Nimai also is described as Shishu. He's a small child, 4-year-old. And the girls he's troubling are also young girls. They are unmarried girls. So please understand this as a very innocent, naughty behavior of our little Nimai. But he's always very transcendent. O kadara bichideya keshera bhitare keha bole mera chahe more chahe vibhakari bare. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, whose translation and commentaries we are reading, dear friends, he explains that Okada seeds are available in Bengal, and the special characteristic of these seeds is when they come in contact with the skin or hair, they cause a lot of irritation and itching. They are itch inducing. So, Okadara bichideya keshera bhitare, he would throw this Okada seeds in the hair of the Balikas, of the young girls of Nadia. So they would, just after their bath, they have come out of the Ganga having bath, and now, oh, what is that? They start itching. Their scalp starts itching. So, Okadara bichideya keshera bhitare keha bole more chahe vibhakari bare. Vibha means vivaha, marriage. Keha bole, one Balika complained to Shachi Mata, more chahe vivah kari bare. He wants to marry me, he told me. Your little Nimai 4-year-old boy, he cannot even wear his dhoti properly, and he's coming and proposing to me. He says, I want to marry you. One Balika complained. So Srila Saraswati Thakur writes, the word vibha is a corruption of the Sanskrit word vivaha, which means marriage. Vivah kari bare. Little Nimai wants to get married. Pratidina ei mata kare vyavhara tomara Nimai ki ba rajara kumara. One Balika comes to Shachi Mata and questions her, your little 4-year-old Nimai pratidina ei mata kare vyavhara. In this way he is behaving every day with us. What are the different vyavhars we saw? That he Vasana karaye churi. He steals our clothes, number 1. Bole ati manda. He speaks to us in a very naughty way to irritate us. And uttara karile jaladeya kare dvandva. And if we give pratyuttar, if we back answer, jaladeya, he throws water on us, and kare dvandva, he fights with us, quarrels with us. And then also vrata kari bare jata ani phala phula chhadaiye phele bala kariya sakala, and he throws the fruits and flowers that we have got for worship here and there. Snana kari uthile baluka deya ange, he throws sand on us as soon as we have finished our bath. And yateka chapala shishu sei tara sange, and he's with his naughty band of these naughty shishus, naughty boys. He screams in our ears, karne bole bada bol, loudly comes, sneaks up from behind Alakshite when we are not paying attention, and he screams loudly in our ears to startle us. And keha bole mora mukhe dilena kullola, and it does kulla, he spits on our face. So one girl complained. And now he's throwing okada seeds to make their scalp itch, and he's telling one girl, chahe vivah kari bare, I want to marry you. So this is how he's behaving every day. Pratidina ei mata. So ei mata means in this way your naughty Nimai is behaving with us. Kare vyavhara. Pratidina ei mata kare vyavhara tomara Nimai ki ba rajara kumara. What does he think? Shachi Devi, what does he think? What does your Shachi Kumar think? He thinks he's some Rajara Kumara? He thinks he's some son of a king or what? So then the Gopi, the Balika continues. Purve shuni laya yena Nandera Kumar sei mata sab kare nimai tomar. So this Balika, she has a realization. She says, I have heard. So this girl has heard Srimad Bhagavatam. So she says, Purve Shuni Laya Jena Nandera Kumar. We have heard in Srimad Bhagavatam the activity of Nanda Kumar. How naughty Nanda Kumar was. Sei mata sab kare nimai tomar. And I think your Nimai also has read Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Because he is also doing the same activities that Nanda Kumar did. Purve Shuni Laya Jena Nandera Kumar. Sei mata sab kare nimai tomar. Very naughty your Nimai is. Dukhe Bapa Mayere Bali Baje Dine Tatakshane Kondalaha Ibe Tomasane. And then this Balikas are actually threatening Shachimata. What are they saying? They are saying, if we tell what your naughty Nimai is doing to us, if we tell our parents, if we go and tell our parents, then our parents will come, Shachimata, and they will quarrel with you. They will fight with you. Dukhe Bapa Maya, Bap Maya. If we tell our mother and father, Bap means father, Maya means mother, our Dukkha story, our sad story, how your Nimai is tormenting us. If we tell this to our parents, Tatakshane Kondala Haive Tomasane. They will come and with you, they will start fighting. Nivarana Karajhata Apana Chaola Nadiya Hena Karma Kabu Nahe Bhala. Therefore, please control your son. So, lest we tell our parents the activity of your Nimai and they come and fight with you. If you don't want that, Nivarana Kara. You immediately sort out your son. You make him, stop him from acting naughty. And Chaoyala means your baby, your child. Saraswati Thakur explains. And they are saying, Nadiyai Hena Karma Kabuna He Bhala. This is not the right way to behave in Nadiya. Why? Saraswati Thakur says what they actually mean is that Nadiya, this Navadvip, is a place of very respectable, learned gentlemen. So in such a place of high-class gentlemen, your son, who is a son of a gentleman, Jagannath Mishra, who was previously described as Dvijavar, the leader of all the best among the Brahmanas, does it suit him that he is behaving like this? It is not becoming of him. So please tell him, stop him from behaving like this. Now, what happens to our Shachi Devi when she hears all this? Shuniya hasena Mahaprabhura janani sabe kole kariya balena priyavani. On hearing these complaints, Mother Shachi, who is the mother of Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord, embraced the girl and she sweetly spoke to them. Shachi Mata, after hearing all these complaint kirtan, she didn't get agitated. She just smiled and embraced those little girls coming and complaining about her Nimai. Nimai aile ajiva dyuma, Nimai aile aji vadyamu bandhiya, arayena upadrava nahi kare giya. So Shachimata assures those little Balikas, those girls, when Nimai returns today, I will tie him up and I will beat him with a stick. Nimai aile aji vadyamu bandhiya. I will tie him up, just like Mother Yashoda had tied up Nanda Kumar, Krishna. Arajena upadrava nahi kare giya. And I promise you, he will never trouble you. He will never do this upadrava. And Saraswati Thakur says that Vadyamu means I will beat with a stick. In other editions, it is Edimu, to leave, instead of Vadyamu. In that case, the meaning will be, I will leave him tied up. Like Yashoda Mai, she tied up Krishna to the Ulukal and left him like that. So Shachi Mata is reassuring the girls that don't worry, when he comes, I'm going to punish him, I will tie him up, I will beat him with a stick, and I promise you, Arajena upadrava nahi karegiya. He will never do this upadrava again, I promise. Verse 85. Shashira charana dhuli laya sabe shire, tabe chali lena puna snana karivare. So these little balikas, these little girls of Navadvip, what did they do? Shachira Charana Dhuli Laya Sabeshire. They took the dust from the lotus feet of Shachi Devi after complaining and they placed it on their heads, and then they again went to take their bath because little Nimai had spat on them, thrown dust on them, mud on them, like that, made their clothes wet. Yate ka chapalya prabhu kare ja rasane paramarthe sabara santosha bada mane. So in spite of all this chapalya, all this naughty behavior, actually all these people who have been so-called troubled by little Nimai, sabara santosha bada mane, they were actually very happy. They were very happy with Nimai because Nimai was performing such wonderful sweet pastimes, naughty pastimes with them. Kautuke kahite aise na mishra sthane shuni mishra tarje garje sadambha vachane. Now this was the mood of Shachimata. When the balikas, the young girls came and they complained about her son, she simply smiled, embraced them and reassured them, don't worry, I will punish and Nimai will never act like this again. But when those Brahmanas, the friends of Jagannath Mishra, when they went and complained to Jagannath Mishra, now Srila Vrindavan Thakur takes us back to Jagannath Mishra. So what is the reaction of Jagannath Mishra when he hears all these complaints? When people came and complained, they were doing it for Kautuke, for amusement. But Jagannath Mishra, to get into the Leela, he got really Tarje Garje. He got very upset and angry. Jagannath Mishra got very angry and he spoke the following words. Sadhamba Vachane. With great authority and great forcefully, Jagannath Mishra spoke. Niravadhi ei vyavhar karaye sabare bhalamate ganga snana nadeya karibare. So this boy, my son Nimai, he's behaving like this every day. Niravadhi, day after day, he's behaving like this type of vyavhar, this type of behavior. He doesn't allow anyone to peacefully take bath in the Ganga. This is unacceptable. Jagannath Mishra is getting angry. Ei jhanta jayatara shasti karibare sabe rakhi leha keha rakhi te na pare. Jagannath Mishra is saying, I am going to punish him right now. Shasti means I am going to discipline him right now. I'll do shasan. Shasti karibare. Now, when all the Brahmanas, they heard Jagannath Mishra speak like this, that he's angry with Nimai and he's going to punish him, they tried to pacify him. Sabe rakhi leha keha rakhi tena pare. They tried to pacify him. Oh, it's okay, Jagannath. We were just complaining, it's okay. We just wanted you to know, actually your son is not so naughty. But Jagannath Mishra would not get pacified. Now he was angry. Krodha kari yakhana cha lila mishravar janila gauranga sarva bhutera ishwar. Little Gauranga, little Gaura, little Nimai, he is described as Sarva Bhutera Ishwar. He is the Ishwar, the Lord in everyone's heart. He came to know that my father is Krodha Kari. He is angry with me and he's coming. He came to know that in an angry mood he's coming. Oh, little Nimai is petrified now. Ganga Jale Keli Kare Shri Gaura Sundara Sarva Bala Kera Madhe Ati Manohara. Look at the sweet poetry of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Ganga Jale, in the waters of Pavitra Ganga, Keli Kare. He is playing and enjoying and sporting with his friends. Shri Gaura Sundara, Sarva Bala Kera Madhya Ati Manohara. Along with all the other Shishus, all the other Balaks. They are all young boys. They are having fun. But while having fun, little Gaura Sundar has come to know that my father is coming here in an angry mood to punish me after hearing all the complaints of the Brahmanas. कुमारी का सबे बोले शुना विश्वंभर मिश्र आई लेना ए पलाह सत्वर. All these girls, these balikas who had just gone and lodged a series of complaints to Shachi Devi, and Jagannath Mishra also had overheard. Those same girls, remember, they came back to take bath. They took dust from Shachi Mata's lotus feet and they came back to the Ganga to take bath. So now they came and they have become the messengers. They come and they tell little Nimai that your father is coming in a very angry mood. Therefore, Palaha Satvar, run. run. As Krishna, he was Ranchor. Now here in Krodhavesh, in Jagannath Mishra is coming in anger, and those young balikas, the girls are telling, now you time to run, time to become Ranchor. Leave Ganga, leave all your keli, all your masti, all your play, and run for your life. And who is telling this? The Kumarikas, the balikas. Kumarika sabe bole shuna Vishwambhar. Oh Vishwambhar, oh maintainer of all the universes, come on, run now, your father is coming. Mishra ai lena ei palaha satvar, quickly run. Shishu gana sange prabhu jaya dhari bare, palaila brahmana kumari sab dare. As Jagannath Mishra came to the banks of Ganga, where little Nimai was, to search for him, to find him with his friends, the Brahmana Kumaris, the Brahman girls, Saba Dare, Palaila. They ran away in fear of Jagannath Mishra. young girls, no? They're scared of anger of Jagannath Mishra. Sabare Shikhaya Mishra, Sthane Kahibar, Snane Nahi Ai Sena Tomara Kumar. So our little Panditji, the 4-year-old Pandit Nimai is beginning his instructions to his friends. His first instruction is to them is to tell lies. He's telling, my dear friends, Snane nahi aisena tomara kumar. When my father comes and asks, where is my Kumar, where is my son? You tell them that today he did not come for bath. Little Nimai is instructing his friends to lie to his father. Sabare Shikhaya Mishra. Sthane Kahibar. That you tell my father, Mishra Sthane Kahibar, tell my father what? Snane nahi ai sena tomara kumar. Today your son did not come for bath only. Acha, what happened to him then? He was with you in school. Why he didn't come for bath with all of you? Well, sei pathe gela ghar padhiya shuniya amara o achi ei tahara lagiya. After school, your studious son, he went home. He didn't come with us to play to the Ganga. In fact, we are also waiting for him. We are also waiting for him. So tell my father that after school I went home. We discussed last time what was their schedule. Morning, they would come to Ganga together. They would take bath. Then they would come home. Shashi Mata would give them nice breakfast. They would take their breakfast. And for Dui Prahar, one Prahar is 3 hours. So Dui Prahar for 6 hours, they would study. So maybe till midday, till 12:30, 1 o'clock, they would study. Then they would go to Ganga, do Ganga Snan, do their Gayatri. And then come home, eat their lunch, and then whole day play. This was the schedule of little Nimai. But today, after school, instead of coming for Ganga Snan, he went home. Nimai is telling his friend, you tell my father like that. Shikhaiya arapothe prabhu gela ghar, Ganga ghate asiya mi lila mishravar. After instructing his friends in this way, our Vishwambhar, Nimai Vishwambhar, went home by another path. Arapathe, another path. He took another path home so that he will not meet his father, Jagannath Mishra. And at that time, Jagannath Mishra arrived at Ganga Ghat, where Nimai was playing with his friends previously. Ganga Ghate Asiya Mi Lila Mishravar. Jagannath Mishra comes there and meets all the friends of little Nimai. Asiya Gangara Ghate Chari Dike Chahe, Shishu Gana Madhya Putre Dekhite Na Paye. As soon as Jagannath Mishra came, in all the 4 directions, he started searching. Where is my son? Where is my son? Where is my son? But he could not find. He saw all the friends, but he did not see his son, Nimai. Mishra Jigyasena Vishwambhara Kati Gela, Shishu Gana Bole Aji Snane Na Aila. Jagannath Mishra asked the friends, Vishwambhar Kati Gela, where is my son Vishwambhar? Have you seen him? Shishu Gana Bole Aji Snane Na Aila. And obedient friends of Nimai replied to Jagannath Mishra that today your son did not come for Ganga Snan. Sei pathe gela ghara padiya shuniya, sabhe achi ei tara apeksha kariya. Today after school he straight went home. In fact, we are all waiting for him. We are waiting for him. चारी दिके चाहे मिश्र हाथे बाड़ी लैया तर्ज गर्ज करे बड़ा लागना पाइया. With a stick in his hand, Jagannath Mishra is searching in all the four directions because he, I think, did not totally believe the friends. He thought he was hiding somewhere on the banks of Ganga, behind under some tree, behind some bush. Even after the friends lied to him that he didn't come with us, Jagannath Mishra did not believe them. So he kept searching with a stick in his hand. Where is Nimai? Where is Nimai? But na paiya. But he could not find, because Nimai had actually gone home by another path. Kautuke jahara nivedana kai lagiya sei sab viprapuna bolaye asiya. Now the Brahmanas who had earlier complained to Jagannath Mishra, they told him that we had actually complained just jokingly, Baba, why are you taking it so seriously? Why do you have a stick in your hand? Why are you holding such anger? Tarja, Garja, why are you so angry? We had just spoken, Kautuke, just jokingly we had complained. Don't take it so seriously. Bhaya pai Vishwambhara palai la ghare ghare chala tumi kichu bola pache tare. Vishwambhara has gone home out of fear. Please go and speak to him there, because they knew that in front of Sashi Mata, Jagannath Mishra will not beat little Nimai. Arabara asi jadi chanchal takare amarai dhari diba tomara gochare. And they are reassuring him, the Brahmanas, that if he comes back again here and creates mischief, we will catch him and we will hand him over to you. But now you give up your anger and you go home. And talk to him nicely when you go home. The friends of Jagannath Mishra are telling him, trying to reassure him. Kautuke se katha kahi laiya toma sthane toma bai bhagyavana nahi tribhuvane. The friends are telling Jagannath Mishra, Kautuke se katha kahi laiya toma sthane toma bai bhagyavana nahi tribhuvane. Out of jest, out of jokingly, we told you all those complaints about your son. Don't take it so seriously. Actually, Toma bai bhagyavana nahi tribhuvane. Actually, there is no one as fortunate as you, Jagannath Mishra, because you have a son like Nimai. Sehena nandana jara griha majhe thake ki karite pare tare shudhatrisha shoke. No one will be affected by shudhatrisha shoke, by hunger, thirst, or lamentation, in whose house griha majhe thake. Hera Nandana, in that house where your son like you is residing, that house is as good as Vaikuntha. There is no anxiety, there is no hunger, thirst, lamentation. Trisha means thirst, Shudha means hunger, and Shoke means lamentation. Saraswati Thakur is explaining. Verse number 106. Tumi se sevila satya prabhura charana tara maha bhagya jara ehena nandana. You are certainly most fortunate because you have the Supreme Prabhu, Supreme Personality of Godhead, as your son. And you should serve his lotus feet. They are telling Jagannath Mishra. Koti aparadha jadi Vishwambara kare tabu tare tui bana hridaya upare. And then the Brahmanas who are complaining to Jagannath Mishra are telling that even if your Vishwambara commits millions and millions of aparadhas, millions and millions of offenses he commits, still tabu tare Tuibana Hridaya Upare. Still, we'll always keep him in our heart. We'll never take out Vishwambar from the core of our heart. This is how much love they had. And Vrindavan Das Thakur in verse number 108 confirms that. Janme janme Krishna bhakta eisa bhajan esaba uttama buddhi ihara karan. They have such uttam buddhi, they have such nice intelligence. They have buddhi yoga, they have bhakti. Why? Because janme janme Krishna bhakta eisa bhajan. These are not ordinary mortals. Janme janme Krishna bhakta eisa bhajan. They are Krishna's eternal associates, birth after birth. They are nitya siddhas. Therefore, they have such intelligence. Ataiva prabhu nija sevaka sahite nana krida kare keha na pare bhujite. In this way, Our Vishwambar, he performed so many wonderful pastimes with his Nija Sevak, with his eternal associates, with his Nitya Siddha Bhaktas. Nana Krida Kare. So many pastimes he had. And ordinary people cannot understand. Napare Bhujit. Mishra bole Seha Putra Toma Sabakar Jadi Aparadalah Shapatha Amar. So Jagannath Mishra is very angry. He is holding a stick in his hand, trying to search for his son because he has heard so many complaints about his son. He wants to punish him so that he doesn't trouble people when they are taking Ganga Snan. But those same Brahmanas who complain are coming and they are saying that don't be angry. We were just joking. We spoke all those complaints only in jest. Don't take it so seriously. Actually, we love your son. In fact, your son is so wonderful. Any house he stays, there can be no suffering in that house. In fact, you are very fortunate to have Nimai as your son. And no matter what he does, even if he has not committed any offense, but even if he commits offense, we will never remove him from our core of our heart. We love him so much. After hearing these loving words from the Brahmanas, Jagannath Mishra speaks to them that Nimai is not just my son, he is your son also. Therefore, if he commits offense, please don't take offense. This, my dear friends, is the heart of a devotee. A devotee never makes Krishna private property. Hare Krishna. Let's analyze this for some time. A devotee never makes Krishna private property. Krishna is public property. Sometimes when we preach, actually, Govind Prabhu once said this, very nice, I'm remembering. He said once he was preaching in the trains, Govind Prabhu. He's a brahmachari, Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir, and in the local trains of Mumbai, he was preaching. So Govind Prabhu said, while preaching on the trains, I meet two types of people. Two types of people. One is they see that I am wearing saffron clothes, I have got Vaishnav Tilak, I have got Tulsi Kanthimala, I am holding Bhagavad Gita in my hand, trying to distribute Bhagavad Gitas. They are very respectful. First of all, he is holding Bhagavad Gita. It's a Shastra. We worship it, worshipable Shastra. And he is in saffron clothes, he's a brahmachari, he has a clean shaven head, he has a shikha, he has got a japa mala around his neck, chanting. No, we have to respect this person. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So some will come and say that, oh, sadhu, sadhu, please sit down. Like that. And the second type of people I see in the trains is they don't want to come near you. Because they say that we are very impure and you are very pure. Therefore, you don't come near us. You go away. We have eaten meat, so we cannot hold Bhagavad Gita today. Don't give us Bhagavad Gita. We cannot touch Gita. We have just eaten meat. So don't come near us. Go. So Govind Prabhu said there are two types of people. People who respect you and call you near them, and people who tell you to go away. So he said, as preachers, we should, even if people say go away, we should try to give them their mercy. Because if we tell them that today you have eaten meat, so you cannot hold Bhagavad Gita. Today you have eaten meat, so you cannot come to the temple. Today you have eaten meat, drunk alcohol, therefore you cannot chant Hare Krishna. He said we are taking Krishna away from them. Because they are looking at you. Oh, you are a saffron-clad brahmachari, you are a sadhu. We respect you. That means we have made Krishna private property. Krishna only belongs to the pure. And we are depriving other people of Krishna. So he said, no, never make Krishna private property. Krishna is public property. We have to give Krishna to others. Don't see whether somebody is qualified or unqualified. Don't see whether somebody is qualified or unqualified. Somehow or the other, give them Krishna. This is the heart of a devotee. A devotee always doesn't want to say that Krishna is only mine. If you want to know Krishna, come and sit here and surrender to me. No. A devotee always wants somehow or the other to give Krishna to others. Wants to make Krishna public property, not private property. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is sitting in Tompkins Square Park and giving Krishna to everyone in the form of Krishna Naam. Abhinatva Nama Naam. There is no difference between Krishna and Krishna Naam. He is distributing Krishna by Gauravani Pracharini. Because what was Gauranga Mahaprabhu's message? Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Amar agya guru hiya tara ei desh. Mahaprabhu said, give Krishna to everyone. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. And Srila Prabhupada is Gauravani Pracharini. He is the carrier of the message of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Srila Prabhupada, through his book distribution, through Harinam Sankirtan, through so many preaching programs, so many temples, so many satsangs, he is giving Krishna to others. This is the heart of a devotee. He wants to make Krishna, who is actually private property. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomara shakati ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tava pache pache. Krishna is the property of pure. Krishna is private property. Krishna belongs to Srimati Radharani. Krishna belongs to the pure devotees. Krishna se tomar. Krishna is private property. But what does a devotee do? A devotee makes private property public property. No, Krishna dite paro tomara shakati ache. A pure devotee has the shakti to distribute Krishna to others. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna bhaktaya. Sorry. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya namne Gaura Kise. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna prema pradayate. He is distributing Krishna prema. He is distributing Krishna prema to one and all without seeing patra na dekhi. He is not seeing whether somebody is qualified or unqualified. So that is the mood of a devotee, and that is the mood we should have. Somehow or the other, we have to bring people closer to Krishna. So Jagannath Mishra is showing that attitude. He is saying Krishna is not. Mishra bole seha putra toma sabakar. His putra toma sabakar. He is not just my son, he is all of your sons. He is your son also. Mishra bole seha putra toma sabakar. Jadi aparadalah shapata amar. Aapko meri shapat hai. Please promise me you will never consider his offenses. Because he is your son also. Jagannath Mishra is saying. Mishra bole seha putra toma sabakar jadi aparadalah shapata amar. Don't consider his offenses. Tasa bara sange Mishra kari ko lakuli. Grihe ai lena Mishra. After embracing all the Brahmanas, Jagannath Mishra happily returned home. Arapathe ghare gela Prabhu Vishwambar, hatete mohana punthi yena shashadhar. Meanwhile, we saw how Lord Vishwambar, little Nimai, he went home to where Shashi Mata was. And how did he resemble? Very beautiful. Shashadhar. He resembled like the beautiful Vishwambar was like Shashadhar. He was like a beautiful moon. And what was he carrying? Hathete Mohana Punti. He was carrying beautiful, attractive books in his hand. So imagine our 4 or 5-year-old Nimai holding beautiful books. I wonder what books he was carrying. What books he was carrying? He was carrying books in his hand, and he was appearing like a bright, beautiful moon. Mohana means very beautiful. And Shashadhara, Saraswati Thakur explains as soothing and beautiful as a white moon, bright white moon. Now look at this. Likhana kalira bindu shobhe gaura ange champaka lagila yena charidike bringe. This is such a gem of a verse, my dear friends. If from today's class you want to remember just one verse, let it be this verse number 113. This is Srila Vrindavan Thakur at his best. Nimai has just taken his bath, and now out of fear of Jagannath Mishra, he has taken another route, and he has somehow come home where Shachi Mata is. Shachi Mata is looking at him, and this is the description. Likhana kalira bindu. Likhana kali means ink, black ink. It's bindu, it's drops. Likhana kalira bindu shobhe gaura ange. How is the anga? How is the body and complexion of Mahaprabhu? Gaura. It is golden, like the champaka flower. Champaka lagila jena charidige bringe. Just like a golden champak flower, which has got beautiful black bumblebees, bringa, all around it, in all directions. Imagine a beautiful golden champak flower with black bumblebees all around it. That is how Nimai looked. Nimai is golden like the champak flower, and the black drops of ink are like the bringers, like the bumblebees. Such a beautiful description. लिखा न कालीर बिंदु शोभे गौर अंगे चंपके लागिल जेन चारि दिगे भृंगे. This is our Nimai, so beautiful. Saraswati Thakur writes, Nimai's bodily complexion was the color of a champaka flower, and these are black. When Nimai wrote, drops of black ink marked his various limbs, and this sight appeared like bees encircling a champaka flower. Hari Hari Janani Baliya Prabhu Lagila Dakite Taila Deha More Jai Sina na Karite. As soon as Nimai came home, Janani! He called out to his mother. Mata, Janani, Baliya Prabhu, Lagila Dakite. He started calling out, Janani, Janani, Mama, Mama, Mother, Mother, I. Taila Deha More, give me tail, give me fragrant oil. Taila Deha More Jai, Sina na Karite. Now I will go and take bath. So he's pretending as if he did not go to Ganga. Give me oil. First I will massage myself with fragrant oil and then I will go to Ganga to take bath. Just now, half an hour ago, I was listening to a lecture of His Holiness Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj that he gave in New Delhi in the year, I think 2002 or 2003. It's on YouTube. There he was saying, Maharaj was saying that in Kali Yuga, it is described in the 12th canto, that in Kali Yuga, people will simply bathe with water. But actually, one is not supposed to bathe only with water. It doesn't, that's not called bath. Actually, we are supposed to massage the body with fragrant oils. Fragrant oils. And then we should take bath. And of course, in the bygone years, people would take bath with different churnas and this and that. But we should massage with oil and then take a bath. But now what we see, people take a bath and then they put oil. Actually, that is very contaminating. Our Shastras, all the sadhus, they explain that if we apply oil after bath, it is as if we have not taken a bath. And one of the seva aparads is to apply oil and go in front of Krishna. One should apply oil and then take a bath, not put oil after a bath. So Nimai is saying, I will apply oil and then I will go take a bath. Putrera vachana shuni shachi harashita Kichui na dekhe ange snanera charita. Now, normally by this time, Nimai would have taken his bath. So even Shachi Mata was surprised. How today he has not taken his bath yet? So Putrera vachana shuni Shachi harashita. Now hearing her son coming home and calling out Janani, Janani, naturally, I, Shachi Mata became very happy. Harshita, seeing that her son was back home. But Kichuna dekhe ange snanera charita. But she did not find any symptoms or signs that he had taken bath. Now this is a miracle because he was in Ganga for 6 hours. Vrindavan Thakur just said 6 hours he was in the Ganga. And then how come there was no signs of taking a bath? No symptoms. Taila diya Shachi Devi mane mane gane balikara ki balila ki badui jagane. After giving oil to little Nimai, Shachi Devi thought, what did those girls and Brahmanas complain about? That he is creating rakas in Ganga, he is troubling everybody in the Ganga. My son has not even gone to the Ganga. Now my poor son, he was studying all this time. Look at the books in his hand, look at the ink on his body. He was studying. Studious Nimai. He is going to become Pandit someday. Now he wants to go. He was so engrossed in his studies. Now he will go. I don't know why they were complaining. Likhana kalira bindu ache sab ange sei vastra paridhana sei bundi sange. He has drops of ink on his body. He is wearing the same clothes that he was wearing in the morning when he went to school. And he's carrying the same books. He has not gone to Ganga. Kshane ke aila Jagannatha Mishravar Mishre dekhi kolete uthila Vishwambar. Soon after that, Jagannath Mishra came down. Jagannath Mishra has come back home from Ganga. And as soon as Jagannath Mishra arrived, Vishwambar saw him, and little Nimai climbed into his arms. Our 4-year-old Nimai, he just uh, jumps into the arms of his pita, of his father. Sei alingane Mishra bhaiya nahi jane, anande purnita haila putra darashane. And Jagannath Mishra, as soon as he saw his son, and as soon as he did alingan, as soon as he embraced his son Nimai, he forgot about all those complaints, all his anger. I will tie him up, I will beat him. He just forgot all that. And Anande Purnita Haila Putra Darashani. Just by having darshan of little Nimai, he was filled with ecstasy. Filled with ecstasy. So we'll stop here. We'll stop where Jagannath Mishra is in ecstasy, and Shashimata is in ecstasy, and Nimai is covered with ink drops, and he has got nice fragrant oil with which he is going to massage himself, and then go back again and join his friends in Ganga to do more, have more pastimes and fun there. So that will come if Krishna allows us next Sunday, the next class. But these are the very wonderful, sweet pastimes of little Nimai, and they are very much in line with the pastimes that he performed when he appeared 5,000 years ago as Shri Nandanandan Krishna. So with this, I will stop here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashaya ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai. And I see some devotees have raised their hands, so we can have some discussion, some question answers. So now you can unmute yourself. So Saujanya Mataji, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranams, Agresh to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
I don't know if I can ask this question, but I got this thought. It's not my question. I thought if someone asked me, what would I say? Because I don't have an answer. So like last class and this class, you explained the pastimes of Nimai. But then even Lord Krishna also did these small pastimes. But if a new person, like, someone in America who doesn't know Indian, like they don't have any of such background, or even if our kids or those who are brought up here, if they ask a question, how come you're saying someone who is doing this kind of pastimes and you're glorifying? Because if someone does it, I understand that there's a transcendental, but if someone does it, we say it's wrong. And then, so what would be our answer to them? I'm not clear, Prabhuji. I'm sure somebody would have asked even Srila Prabhupada also at that time.
So the answer is that yes, this is based on our rules. This is wrong. But the fact that it is being celebrated for centuries in these holy scriptures, these pastimes, that means although for us it is wrong, but when Krishna does it, it is most glorious. When he's Makhan Chor, we celebrate it. When we steal, that is not celebrated. If we steal in school, then the parents will be called for a conference and will be chastised. If we steal at home, our parents will punish us. Because these rules and regulations, they apply to the human society. But Krishna doesn't belong to the human society. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashrita param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, Avajananti mam mudha. Mudha means fools. And avajananti means they don't know. Not knowing me, the fools, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam. When I come in the form of a human being, they mistake me for an ordinary human being. Param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. They don't know my supreme transcendental form. That actually, even though I am doing naravat lila, it is not nara lila. It is naravat lila. It is human-like pastimes of Krishna. They misunderstand me. So therefore, when someone asks these questions, we should educate them. We should educate them that Krishna has created these rules. For example, if there is an author, we can, so if children ask or somebody who is not a devotee, we can give them an example. What is the author? Who is the author of that Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
So Rowling, Miss Rowling. So we can say that just like in Harry Potter, there is that school of magic Hmm? And there are all the students, and there are so many rules and regulations and laws that they have to follow. Who wrote them? That author wrote. Miss Rowling, she wrote those rules. But do those rules apply to her? No. And in the future book, she may create herself as one of the characters. She may come in that book. She may introduce herself as one of the characters there in that book. She will write the next book. I don't know how many books there are in Harry Potter. Suppose there are 5 books, so she can write a 6th book, and she can be one of the characters there. And then whatever rules she likes, whatever form she wants, she can appear because she is the author. She can say that I have got 2 heads, I have got 8 hands, as one of the characters in Harry Potter, and I do this. Nobody can question her. No, you cannot do this. No, she is the author. She can do anything. So this world is created by Krishna. The rules and regulations of the human society are created by Krishna in the form of Manu and Lord Brahma and all the devatas and the Shastras, which are all manifestations of Krishna. Vedanta Krit, he is Vedanta Krit, Veda Videva Chaham. He is the writer of the Vedas. So he has written the rules for us. He is like the author. But when he comes, Avajananti Mam Mudha Manushim Tanumashi. He may come and he may do human-like pastimes, Naravat Leela, but that doesn't mean that those rules apply to him, that he himself has authored as Vedanta Krit. They don't apply to him. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha. That these rules and regulations, law of karma, nothing applies to him. He's beyond all that. So we have to educate them. That just like J.K. Rowling may appear as a character in one of the Harry Potter movies, and she can have whatever characteristics she wants. She can do whatever Leela. She can kill Harry Potter if she wants. She can do. She's the author. She can write anything. So similarly, Krishna, when Krishna comes, he is the author. He is Vedanta Krit. He has written his Leela. He is enjoying his Leela. He is the enjoyer. Ahami sarva yagyanam bhokta cha prabhurevacha. Natumam abhijananti tatvenatas chavantite. If you don't understand Krishna in Tattva, you will fall down. Chavantite means to fall down. So Krishna is the enjoyer. So he is playing. He is having Leela. We use the word Keli. He is having all these sports. He is playing. He is enjoying his Leela. He is enjoying. He is Navadvip Bihari. He can do anything. He is Vrindavan Bihari. He can do anything. He is simply enjoying with his pure devotees. And we should make our enjoyment Krishna's enjoyment. If Krishna is enjoying having fun, having Jala Krida, Keli in Ganga, we should also do. We should also enjoy those pastimes, get absorbed in those pastimes. But these rules and regulations cannot apply to Krishna because he is the creator of these rules. He is the creator of this world. They apply to us in the human society. Don't steal, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt love the Lord with all your heart and soul. Thou shalt not envy the neighbors. Krishna doesn't. Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshtasya. Krishna, these rules don't apply to Krishna. He's the author. So that analogy can be given. J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter and the different characters. Is that helpful, Saujanya Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vatsala Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, my humble pranam, Prabhu, and glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I got hold of this book translated by Kushakrata Dasa, that is Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata Adikanda. It's the oldest edition I came across. I borrowed it from someone. Prabhu, I was following verse by verse. It is the same thing, whatever you are translating from your book. It's the same thing, but it's a small compact edition, oldest edition, and I am seeing that. It's really wonderful to see how Krishna played all the mischief, and the same way how this little Nimai is playing all this. And I'm sure we have all played all these things when we were young girls and boys, I mean, in that. So whatever the mischief that we are doing, or whatever it is we have learned, is it all because Krishna has done it? Maybe some of them are the remnants of him that is in us. So sometimes we do that, pulling the pranks and doing all that.
Yes.
We have played in the river Kaveri and all, when 5-6 years, we used to do all kinds of bad things too. I'm just wondering, is this because
Absolutely.
of this? Because of him?
Yes, it's because of him. Srila Prabhupada explains this in the book Perfect Questions, Perfect Answers. When Bob Cohen, who later on became Brahmatirtha Prabhu, he asks Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says that yes, we have these naughty tendencies because these naughty tendencies exist in the spiritual world. Unless they exist in the original, they cannot be in the reflection. This material world is like an inverted reflection of the spiritual world. Urdhva Amulam Adha Shaka. In Bhagavad Gita, in the 15th chapter, in the beginning, Krishna explains this material world is like a reflected image of the spiritual world. So in spiritual world, Krishna dancing with the wives of other men, Parakya Bhav, is the most pure form of love, supreme. Actually, those husbands are also Krishna only. Krishna only expands himself into all those gopas who are married to the gopis, but the gopis don't know. Abhimanyu, Radharani's husband, is Krishna only. Srila Rupa Goswami explains that he is Krishna's expansion, but nobody knows. Radharani doesn't know. So even Abhimanyu doesn't know. Even Krishna doesn't know. This is Krishna's Leela. Because Krishna wants to enjoy.
It's wonderful.
Yes, so like that.
Okay, Prabhu, I have another question. I have a very dear friend. We know each other for over 35 years, but she is not really a Krishna conscious, but she worships, Sai Baba, and she reads everything. I asked her to chant. At least I visited her. She's almost 81, 82 years old. I visited her home. And at least I used to talk about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, I'm attending all that. And I asked her, I think by a great effort, she is chanting at least one round, but she still talks about the comparison between all the things that she has been reading. And also this bit, I think finally what she concludes is all should be same, but it is very difficult for me to put everybody, Krishna and every other god, in the same platform. You clarified a lot of things to me, Prabhu. I told you a long time back, the position of Shiva, Lord Shiva, and every other demigod, and versus Sri Krishna. He said, Krishna possesses 64 qualities. I told her that. But sometimes it's very difficult to convince somebody who has a belief of those many years. She cooks and all, but I don't think she really presents all the bhoga to them, and she cooks and then she is, but when I go, I didn't want to refuse anything from her, but I offer my whatever my share. She offers me freshly cooked meal, and then I say the prayer and then do that. But how can you convince that kind of person to offer whatever you are cooking to Krishna? I gave her Srinathji picture because she moved to a new condo, but she already has Krishna's picture. But I couldn't find anything else to give. I wanted to give something spiritual. How would you convince that person who has been in that mindset for a long, long, long time? How can we, make her progress in this? Chanting one round is okay for her, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Krishna consciousness, Vatsala Mataji. It is a matter of. It is a matter of choice, and Krishna consciousness is voluntary, and no one can be forced to take it up. It's voluntary. It has to come from the heart. The heart has to change, and that will change. Now that she is chanting, for many lifetimes we have had these wrong notions. So it will take time. But if she gets association of devotees, like she has got your association, if she gets association of devotees, if she starts hearing Hari Katha, then by associating with devotees who have the faith, by hearing Hari Katha, which nourishes our faith, and by chanting in a group, Sankirtan, if she can come and do Sankirtan, then the transformation of the heart will be faster. Otherwise, it will still happen, prasad and by chanting one round, but it will take long time. It will take long time. But somehow or the other, if she can come in satsang, she can participate in Sankirtan, she can hear Hari Katha from devotees who have that faith, then naturally her heart will get infused with that faith. And then there will be a transformation. And once there is a transformation of the heart, then we take it up voluntarily. Take up the process of Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness spreads from one devotee to the other.
Yeah, she is most receptive. I have asked her to come to the temple, but she is 82 now, and she cannot drive all the way from the Center City area to here to our temple. But I send pictures of Krishna, and I always tell where I have been to, Rath Yatra and other things. I always give her something, and I said, I'm reading this, something I will give her references. but
my
not.
my sorry, my
Mhm,
suggestion would be, Vatsala
mhm,
Mataji, to somehow share with her
mm,
some Harikatha of some
mm,
pure devotee, which she
mm,
can hear, because she's 82 years old and a lot of things may not be possible for her. But just sitting at home,
mm,
if on YouTube or iskondesiretory.com, Mukta Sangha Prabhu can help you. If she
mm,
can somehow hear the Harikatha of some pure devotee,
mm,
like Srila Prabhupada and some very great devotees in our
mm,
parampara, depending on her taste, because everyone has a taste for hearing. So depending on her taste, her nature, if you and Mukta Sangha Prabhu can share some lecture with her, Harikatha, and she
mm,
hears Harikatha, that Harikatha will create such impressions in her heart that
mm.
even though she's 82 years old, at the time of death, those images, those impressions in the heart by hearing Harikatha will definitely help her. Definitely help her. And
I
her
told her about Amarendra Das to please listen to his lectures too. He's very motivating, enthusiastic like you. I told her a couple of people so she can listen. She has listened a couple of his lectures and all, you know. So I just, I mean, because she is my friend, she's a very smart, intelligent person. I mean, she's a psychologist also, but she's retired. But she gives a counter reasons. But I want to know from my side, how can I help others? How can I do things for others?
just get her to hear Harikatha
Mm.
from nice devotees. That will be the most transformational for her.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Vamsidhari Gopal Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So Prabhuji, I kind of have a personal question. So my aunt, like my father's sister, Bua, so she is 85 years old and she spent like her last 35 years living in Dham, Vrindavan and Rishikesh. And she completely devoted, like she left her family and everything, though being a woman and single woman. So, and she spent most of the life in austerity and everything. Like she spent like practically in 2,000 rupees per month. She used to maintain herself in Vrindavan and everything. But now due to old age and COVID, now she could not sustain there because she could not hear now well, and her body is not supporting her to live independently. So her daughter has bought her home in Mumbai now. So now she's like in a very peculiar condition, and she talked to me and she said that like I used to see Radha and Krishna around me all the time, and now they have disappeared. Like I can't see them anymore. What has happened, I don't know. And this body is so means now she cannot worship, she cannot serve her deity, and she's just lamenting whole day that this body is of no use, but still it's not going away. Still it's there. And I am taking service of my daughter and my granddaughter. I should not even drink water there, and I have to take their service. And like that, she's lamenting and she's disappointed, and she just cried that why they have disappeared. Like I used to feel their presence around me all the time. Whenever I used to close my eyes, they used to be in front of me, and now they have just disappeared. I don't know why. So is it because she's not in Dham anymore? She's not in association anymore, or it is just that she's feeling the separation? Like I'm not sure what to tell her because she just keeps saying me that you pray for me and then I'm sure that Krishna will listen. And she has, I don't know, miss, I'm just started bhakti due to her mercy, like because when I was 13 years old, I lived with her in Vrindavan for 10 days in a very small ashram near Goredauji. And I think that was the only sukruti I did in my whole life if I look back now. So I say to her that Bhuva, like everything I am here today, whatever little bhakti I am getting today, it's because of you. But she said, no, you pray for me, so something happened. Why Krishna is not, why Krishna gone away from me? Like why is not answering to my prayers? Why I'm not able to see him anymore? So what to tell her, Prabhuji, and what can I do for her? Because I am sure she is in her last stage now, like 85 years old. Her appetite has gone very low, and she's physically very frail now. Like hardly she could just do her stuff. So how can I help her in this state?
Hare Krishna, Vamshidhari Gopal Prabhu. My humble opinion, suggestion is that by all means, if it is in your power, you should try to relocate her to Shri Vrindavan Dham.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And that is the best thing, best service that you can do for your Bua. Somehow or the other, make arrangements for her to go back to Vrindavan, so
Yeah,
that she
that-
can spend her rest of her days in Vrindavan, never leave Vrindavan. Even if there is a health emergency, never
Right.
leave Vrindavan and leave her body in Vrindavan.
Right.
Because that is Paramartha.
Right.
Param Artha. There is Dharma Artha, Kama, Moksha. All those things are there, but the supreme Artha, supreme achievement, supreme wealth is to get Radha and Krishna.
Right.
And that is easily possible for someone who lives in Vrindavan and dies in Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada writes in his books, and as our Acharya, as our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, by his own personal example, he showed us that towards the end of one's life, one must retire
Right.
in Shri Vrindavan Dham,
Right.
live in Shri Vrindavan Dham, and die in Shri Vrindavan Dham. Srila Rupa Goswami says that there is Panchanga Bhakti. There are 5 main limbs of Bhakti. First is chanting the holy name. Second is studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Third is serving and associating with devotees. Fourth is serving the deity, Shri Vigraha. And fifth is
Living in now.
Mathuravas, Dhamvas,
Mathuravas,
Vrindavan
yeah.
So just living in Vrindavan is bhajan.
Hmm.
Is a limb of devotional service.
Right.
Therefore, she has lived in Vrindavan for last 30 years or more, and she is devoted to Krishna. Now she's feeling so much separation from Krishna, and this separation itself is very good.
Mhm.
Even if she doesn't make it to Vrindavan, just because she's crying and she's feeling separation from Vrindavan, she's feeling separation from Radha and Krishna, and she's feeling that Krishna has left me.
Right.
That itself means mentally she's living in Vrindavan.
Right.
But now, as her nephew, she's your Bua, my humble suggestion would be that if possible, Prabhu, please take her back to Shri Vrindavan Dham. Because there is no place like Shri Vrindavan Dham
Right.
on this planet Earth.
Yeah.
To speak of planet Earth in this whole 14 planetary system.
Planet.
Is the
Right.
Shri Vrindavan Dham is the place where Krishna appears, Radharani appears, they perform all these pastimes. Sri
Right.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking of going to Vrindavan. Our 6
Right.
Goswamis lived in Vrindavan. All the 6 Goswamis left their body in Vrindavan.
Right.
And so many of our acharyas like Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur had taken Kshetra Sannyas. I will never leave Vrindavan. Loknath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, they all lived and died in Vrindavan. And Srila Prabhupada also, by his own example, he showed us. So therefore, Shri Vrindavan Dham is that place where so many Mahabhagavat, so many pure devotees have done bhajan.
Mhm.
Every particle of grain of sand in Vrindavan Dham has been touched by the lotus feet of Radha, by the lotus feet of the Sakhis and associates of Srimati Radha. So it's a very, very powerful spiritual abode. It is
Right.
not part of this material world. So if she can leave her body in Shri Vrindavan Dham instead of Bombay, then her path back home, back to Godhead is assured, Prabhu. Anyone who dies in Shri Vrindavan Dham, the associates of Srimati Radharani, the Ashtasakis, they personally come and they chant the Yugal mantra in the ear of a person who is dying. So she has done so much spiritual sukrati, so much pure life she has lived. Now, why at the end of her life she should
Right.
be deprived of Rajvas?
Yes.
If it's possible, please take her back to Shri Vrindavan Dham, Prabhu, where she can have sadhu sangha. There are more than 5,000 temples of Radha and Krishna.
Right.
There is always Bhagavad Katha going on somewhere. There is
Right.
24-hour Kirtan going on in Krishna Balaram
Right.
Mandir. It's a
Right.
most transcendental abode.
Right.
Just staying in
Yeah.
Shri Vrindavan Dham is bhajan.
Right.
That is the best gift you can give her, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. I will try. I was thinking the same, Prabhuji, and I will try like how feasible it is, but I will definitely try to do that. And that's the only thing, because she never missed going to Bake Bihari Ji, like, and as I said, like, she lives so austerely, so she used to go walking like 5 kilometers every day to from Gorakhpur Ji to Bake Bihari Ji. Every day she used to without fail go walking, come back walking, and so that's why she is missing so much. So yeah, definitely, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your advice. I will definitely try, and please pray, and like if it become possible, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
I will definitely. I'm not qualified to pray for your Bua. She is such an
No,
exalted
Prabhuji.
soul. I will pray.
No, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna.
please. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And I hope that all of us are able to get Vrajvas ultimately.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's what my ardent desire, because by looking at her, I get now so much inspiration, because before coming to ISKCON, I didn't have much appreciation for her. But now I understand like where she is, like on what level she is. So last 4 years after coming to Bhakti, like now I realize that seed has been planted by her only. So,
Hare Krishna. And Prabhu, when we go to Vrindavan, there may be very difficulties. The weather
yeah,
climate is harsh.
yeah,
There may not be all the amenities. But our acharyas explain that those difficulties we must endure, because that is the only
Right.
austerity, last austerity that Krishna is expecting from us
Ex-
to purify us.
That's right.
Then when we die,
And
we
live.
go back home back to Godhead, for sure.
Right.
Anyone who dies in
For
Sri
sure.
Vrindavan Dham goes back home back to Godhead. There is no
Right.
doubt about this. It is Chintamani
Yeah.
Dham. So whatever
Yes, yes.
Chintan is there, whatever our meditation is, we'll get that. Vrindavana Ramya Sthana
Yeah,
Divya
and-
Chintamani Dham.
Yes, it's the money now. Maybe that is the reason that she is surviving so long. You know, we never know Krishna's wish. So may this
Wherever
word
we are,
come true,
Prabhu,
Prabhuji, because
wherever we are, there are going to be austerities and troubles and difficulties towards the end of our life.
Right.
Might as well face
Right.
those difficulties and inconveniences and austerities in Vrindavan Dham, because that is supreme purification.
Vrindavan Dham, right,
Supreme purification.
right,
It is once it was asked, why Dhruv Maharaj got darshan of Krishna in
right.
6 months. In
Right.
6 months, his bhajan became successful. He
Madhuban,
did bhajan in Vrindavan.
right.
And it was described that in his previous life also, Dhruv Maharaj was a very big sadhu. But 6 months of bhajan was left. When he died, he was
Right.
6 months of bhajan short. So in his next life, even though he was 5 years old, those 6 months of bhajan he did in Vrindavan, and he went back home back to Godhead.
Right.
He had darshan of Krishna.
Right.
He had darshan of the Supreme Lord. So this is Vrindavan. So whatever austerities are there, we should do thinking that this is what is separating me from Krishna.
Yes.
I have to do it in this life, and then I am with Radha and Krishna.
Okay.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Mamastu Vrindavana eva vasa. I just want to live in Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
Thank you, Vanshadhari Gopal Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I'll
Hare Krishna.
pray for your Bua.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Jai
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Prabhupada. So, dear
Okay.
devotees, Ramsham Prabhu, Tushar Prabhu, Rakesh Prabhu, very sorry, Prabhus. It's already 9:23 and I already got one call. So, I have to answer that call. So, we'll take your questions next time. Please forgive me. Hare
No,
Krishna.
it was not my question, Prabhu. I was just telling you, very nicely suggested. It was perfect answer for this Prabhuji's grandmom.
Hare
It
Krishna.
was
Thank you very
fantastic.
much, dear devotees. Thank you, Rakesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So,
Thank you very
Krishna
much.
willing, we will meet next
Thank you
Sunday.
so much, Prabhu.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.
Bye.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, thank